At some point in your life, you're going to experience frustration, pain, anger, sadness. You're going to have a bad experience. And I'm not just talking about situations that go on in weightlifting specifically. I'm talking about you're going to run into something that is very frustrating and potentially something you don't really have an explanation for. The world seems unfair. Everything seems like it's wrong. A lot of people will tell you to take that situation, that occurrence, that event, and to just push through it, to move on, to get your head right, and just don't let it bother you. While that's eventually the place you want to get to, I think it's important also to note that it's alright to not be okay all the time. It's healthy to be sad occasionally, to have a reflective look at your situation, and that helps you better prepare things in the future. If every situation you go through, you just move from one to the next without taking some chance to learn it or learn from it, and without taking an opportunity to grow as a result of that interaction or experience or whatever, then it's been a wasted opportunity. Then it was needless pain. Otherwise, you can grow through those experiences. I am going to relate that to the video, and you're going to see a really, really goofy thing happen here on my top set. You're going to see my first rep of 720. First of all, my knee was bugging me the entire time until I figured it out right before this set. Right there, when you see me go for the second rep, for some reason, the first rep was easy. I'm going to say straight up easy. I have never moved more than 700 pounds more easily than that first rep went. It was so easy, and I was so focused on my knee that I pulled it up, and I thought to myself, oh yeah, I'm going to hit 3+ reps on this. I put it down, and I didn't take a breath before trying to pull it again. Basically, the second rep on that first set of 720, or the almost rep, like 9/10 of a rep, was pretty much a glorified thoracic extension the entire time. I kicked myself after that. I was thinking, why did you just not breathe? I don't know why that happened. It was just a fluke occurrence, but I guarantee you that is something that will never happen again, because I'm taking this situation and I'm learning from it. You know, sometimes it feels like the end of the world, but most of the time, it's not the end of the world. And that's just something you get used to and move on. Afterwards, I was a little frustrated, so I did hit another single at that 720 to make sure I got my 2 solid reps, and the second time I missed the second rep, air quotes, it was legitimately just wasn't there. I spent way too much energy on the first set. I shouldn't have had to do a second set. I should have just done 2 to 3 to who knows how many reps the first time, and lesson learned. I'm moving on from it. I'm going to get better from this experience and never make that stupid error again. Afterwards, you saw I put on 655 and did a conventional double. I'm pretty sure that is my 1 rep all-time best for a double, so that was kind of neat. Afterwards, I moved on to my close grip benching. Was feeling pretty good at the start. Did some Larson presses where I put my feet up and did those pauses with 315 and 335 respectively. Then I put on 360 and misgrooved really hard on that right side. And this is another time where I, you can look at that situation as being negative. Oh darn, I missed a rep. I'm looking at it was, well, now I know that I can bail on a weight and be safe from it. I always get nervous with where the safeties are, that I won't be able to safely dump a weight if it's too much. And in this circumstance, I got to practice with something that wasn't extremely heavy compared to some of the weights I plan to be handling in the next couple of weeks. So yay for that. I feel safer as a result of not being strong enough to lift that on this night. Afterwards, I dropped the weight down, hit 335 for a couple of pause doubles. Those were getting a little rough, and so I hit 325 for my last 2 sets of pause doubles. And ultimately, I just have some more work to do when it comes to my upper body stuff. I'm very grateful for the amount of progress I've already had. I think it's easy to lose your perspective on the progress when you have a high expectation, when you're pursuing that improvement with an aggressive mentality of saying, I need to get better, I need to be pursuing these PRs every single time I'm in the gym, and you just have to also keep yourself in check, keep yourself in line, and make sure that you understand that that progress isn't going to continue skyrocketing the entire time. You have to be a little bit patient. You have to make good training decisions, and you can't go doing what I did in this workout too many times, missing reps and ingraining bad motor patterns and bad training habits. Every attempt you make, everything you do in here, you are either learning how to do something right, or you're learning how to do something incorrectly and potentially putting yourself in a worse situation later down the road. You shouldn't be missing many reps in your training. I will say, when I missed that 720, the second rep, normally I wouldn't recommend someone go for a top set again if they miss, but the situation in that circumstance, I guess, I was looking at it as saying, I didn't miss this because I wasn't strong enough. I missed this because I was a cotton-headed ninny muggins at the time and made a goofball mistake, and just still cannot believe that I was focusing on something else so much. Probably my knee. I was probably thinking about, making sure that it was not aggroing itself, and I completely forgot to put air into my lungs. And if you look at the side view of that, you can go back in this video. I encourage you to do it. Watch what the side view of the first rep looks like, of that first set of 720, and then watch how quickly I lose positioning in the second rep of that. And my upper back and my lower back all just kind of fold over, and it was amazing that I got as high as it did. The second set, that's what it looks like when you're just not strong enough. When you don't break your positioning, you just don't pull the weight all the way. And still going to be kicking myself for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm just going to have to let it go because it's time to move on from it. And it was something that was small enough. The world didn't explode. I can live with it, and it's okay. Afterwards, I did my arm work, still trying to make those poverty guns into slightly less poverty guns. Other than that, it was a good night overall. I am very pleased with how progress is going, and keeping my perspective in a positive place has been really helpful going through all this. So thank you all very much for your continued support. I really cannot express how much I appreciate people watching these videos and being involved with the channel, being involved with my journey. I want you all to know that it does mean a lot to me, and if I can help one person find something positive to move with their life or make a good decision as a result of this, then it's absolutely worth it to me all the time I put in. So thank you again, and I will talk to you all pretty soon this weekend after some hardcore recovery and all the noms. Hope you all have a great night. Bye.